guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk. In this episode, we are at our Istanbul office with Nezir Can. Nezabi, welcome. You guys are probably seeing this camera. The reason why I keep this here is because this angle, I don't use it too much because most of you guys are saying, Alaattin, I don't like your socks and everything in the comment section. A lot of people
buy yourself some decent socks.
Yeah, so we're not gonna use this angle, but the reason why I keep this camera here because look at this man, Nezabi, you look beautiful. Because I wanted to make you look very, very beautiful with this camera. That's why I'm keeping it here. So from now on,
Hang on, is it the camera that's making me look beautiful, or is it? I mean, what are you saying?
Well, the material is good also.
Right, thank you very much.
It's
thank
just
you very
the
much.
technique that just amplifies the beauty.
Well, how very kind of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, guys, a lot of you know who Nezabi is. We call him Abi. Abi is it means big brother.
Yeah.
Not because you're old or anything like that, but
no, it is because I'm old. I'm the oldest guy in the office, so therefore I am Abi, big brother.
So don't give away your age then.
I'm not bothered. I don't have a problem with my age. It's not a problem, dude.
Yeah. So we were talking yesterday, and he came up with an idea. He said, Alaattin, you know what? Since I'm dealing with clients on a day-to-day basis, I see a lot of the mistakes that these people are making, and it's we need to film a video to address these things so that they would, understand these mistakes and they wouldn't do it, right?
Exactly. Well, it wasn't just an idea. What happened was there's a segment on our propertyturkey.com YouTube channel called Shorts.
Yeah.
And I was asked what my advice was to people, first-time investors. And I responded with like a 30-second response with, look, do your homework, prepare properly. And people started asking me, saying, well, how do we do our homework?
Right.
What are the mistakes? And I thought, hey, we need to address this. And that's where it came from originally.
Okay. And today we prepared a content, I'd say top 7 mistakes that foreigners make. And you guys should avoid doing that.
Well, we think you should, yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the first one.
Please.
Which was actually a recommendation came directly from Nezabi. Buying from the wrong source. Waiters, taxi drivers, butchers. Butchers. Who buys real estate from butchers?
serious.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't mind, I want to start with a story that happened to me. Well, that came...
Sure.
Previously, my sector, my business was jewelry, and I had a regular from England, a client who'd been coming and going, was my friend for 15 years, and spent a lot of money. We become great mates. We started hanging out, and he came one day to my store and said, "Look, can we talk?" And we sat down. And he said, "Look, I need a good lawyer. I need a good attorney." I said, "Why? What's the matter?" He said, "Well, I bought a villa." I said, "I know you've got a villa. You've had it for what, 10, 15 years, and I've actually used it myself." The swimming pool and stayed in your villa and everything. I said, well, what's wrong with it? And he said, well, I still haven't got my title deed. I thought, what?
He didn't get his title
deed. He still did not have his title deed when he came to me. I said, what are you talking about? I said, who'd you buy it off? This company. I said, who was your advisor? Who was the, estate agency advisor? Who was it? Oh, I said, it was a waiter. I said, I beg your pardon? He said, it was a waiter. I said, why would you buy from a waiter? I said, where's the waiter now? He said, well, I don't know. He's not around. I did some research and I found out the waiter took his commission, went back to the village and bought a lot of sheep, and now he's got a sheep farm.
Okay.
Right? But this guy, it's been 20 years and he still can't get his title deed.
Right.
Now, this is tragic.
Yeah.
It's sad.
What's the problem? Why didn't he get his title deed? Because of the registry?
Because of the registry. Because it was built on farmland. Okay. And eventually, those houses are going to get knocked off unless somebody comes in with a pardon. Some council or maybe government says, all right, let's pardon everything. And then you can get a title deed. But till then, there's always a possibility that it will get knocked down. Because it's farmland. You can't build on a farmland, and they were not informed. So 20 years on, he still hasn't got his title deed, and it's really, really sad.
Wow. I mean, a similar situation we experience here in Istanbul. There are a lot of tourism companies with their Vito drivers.
Oh,
and
man.
The drivers take the tourists around and everything. From time to time, they get, commissions from the developers, and they take the guys there, the clients there to sell to them. And there are a lot of people, taxi drivers, Vito drivers, who are making a lot of money in commission out of, selling to
everyone's out for a quick buck. I can understand, respect that, but come on,
Right.
seriously.
But as you're saying, if you deal in these types of situations that if you have a problem with your paperwork, a title deed, or any sort of problem along the way at the process, you don't have any correspondent person.
There's nobody to go back to.
Right, right, right,
And hence why we say buy from a reputable
right,
estate agent or advisory department, advisory company, estate agent, whatever you want to call them.
right.
But make sure they're reputable. Make sure they were there yesterday, they're here today, and they're going to be there tomorrow as well.
Right, right. I mean, I can understand doing that back in your home country because you know everything. You know how things work. You can check the paperwork yourself and everything. If somebody's a whistleblower, if someone tells you, "Hey, you know what? There's this property. I know the owner. I can get you there and everything." That's fine. There's no harm in doing that. But doing that in another country, again, that's cutting corners. And our second title here is "Don't Try to Cut Corners."
Oh, mate.
Nezabi, again, a lot of people are selling citizenships for $150,000, where the law says 250 and everything. A lot of people are trying to cut corners here and there. What's your take on this?
You guys made a superb video a while back
Yeah.
on this subject, on this topic. I don't know how many people have watched it. I don't know how
A
many.
lot.
I tried to, well, maybe not enough because this is still going on.
Yeah.
You know, I just heard from our colleague Turkan.
Yeah.
She told me, we sat down and she told me about a bloke who she reached out to about 6 months ago because they registered on our website, and that guy turned cold-shouldered Turkan for some reason, started ignoring her, avoiding her and everything, and then 3 weeks ago calls her back and they start talking, and he starts crying on the phone because what this guy did is, this guy's from Pakistan. He sold everything he had in Pakistan to invest in Turkey to get the citizenship. And somebody told him that you could be clever and get the citizenship for $150,000. You don't have to pay $250. They can pretend that it's already been paid and they get the money
Right.
back. There's ways around it. They tried doing this quite often. And so this guy met some other Pakistanis in Turkey, other colleagues, not colleagues, but countrymen, fellow countrymen. And they went out. He listened to him, and poor sod, he lost all his money. There's no title deed.
The citizenship's being revoked?
No, well, they couldn't even apply for it
He
yet.
didn't even get it.
No, the revoked is a different story.
Yeah.
This one, they did. Well, he couldn't even get the property because there was no
Right.
title deed for the property. And apparently, there's somebody living there, and these guys are more or less on the street, trying to live in really dense, really bad areas, trying to survive because they lost all their money. So, guys, do your homework. Seriously,
Right,
this
right,
is
right.
unbelievable. We know of sorry to cut you off, but we know of about 30 citizenships that have been revoked because of all this type of doing.
Right. The government is, cracking down on
I mean,
this.
mate, the government ain't stupid. They're one step ahead of everything.
Of course.
They're one step ahead. So I don't know. It's really sad. We're trying to help you, and it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you mentioned a good thing there. When they see their fellow countrymen, people try to tend to, feel a bit more secured in doing business with them because they don't know the country and everything when they see a fellow countryman. And a lot of people go through these things. And again, we advise against that. And let's say this. Let's keep this as the third mistakes that foreigners make. They try to find their own countrymen, and with the companies that they establish, try to go through that route. Now, I'm not saying here that every fellow countryman of yours is not a good agent or anything like that. But when you look at a proportion of it, it's there are good ones out there. Okay. There are good foreign agencies operating in foreign markets. There's no question about that. But an overwhelming majority of these people, they forget about having a legitimate agency, legitimate, registry of the company. They don't even have their work permits here themselves. They don't even have their residence here themselves. So some of these guys are, staying in Turkey. They're overstaying their visas and everything, trying to, make a quick bucks, and they're establishing a company on a small office. Once they have an Instagram account popping and going,
It's so easy, isn't it?
yeah, people think that, oh, okay, there's a company. Oh, this guy's from my country. I'm from country X. He speaks my language. Okay, let's go through that. That's also one of the big mistakes. I mean, would you rather you're Turkish, right?
I'm Turkish.
Would you go to the UK and work with a Turkish person, or would you look for a British person?
I would look for a British company If there's a Turkish person working there, it wouldn't bother me. Please
Right.
understand this, because I'd buy from a reputable British company that's
Right.
going to be there tomorrow when I have issues, when I have problems, when my plumbing's exploded and I need a plumber. I can still go back to him and ask him for assistance.
Right.
See, that Turkish bloke may not be there when I
Right.
go back.
Right.
Please understand this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't buy from a countryman. We have a lot of foreigners in our company as well.
Right. Right.
But they're part of Property Turkey.
Right.
Property Turkey is responsible for them.
Right.
Do you understand? So if
Right.
they do wrong, Property Turkey is done wrong.
Right. Right.
Okay? So we're here to answer. We're here to solve your problems, assist with your problems.
Right.
Hence, that's what we're trying to say.
Right.
Because that company, for example, where are they going to be tomorrow?
Right.
Maybe they just came in, make a quick buck and pack up and go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We got nowhere to go, mate. This company's been here for 21 years. You may not be. I may not be here tomorrow, but this company's definitely going to be here.
Of course. Of course.
I know.
And a lot of people think that Cameron Dagan is British. Well, although he has a British citizenship, he's as Turkish as I am, or as Turkish as
I tell you what, he's more Turkish than I am.
Yeah,
trust me.
Yeah, he's a Turkish Cypriot, and his name is Cameron. And Cameron with K. If you write it with K, that's Turkish. If you write it with C, that's British. So it's a pure Turkish company, and we're all Turks.
As you love to call him, Toros Yuru.
Yeah, Toros Yuru. He's one of my people.
He's nomad.
Me and Cameron actually, we come from the same roots. You know?
Hence the reason why you guys get along quite well.
Right, right. We all think the same. Unfortunately, our deficiencies are also the same. We come short on the same thing. So when we sit down, the other day we were calculating something. My math is zero. I can't. I need to use a calculator.
Okay.
Cameron's the same. He basically tell me,
he's an accountant. He's a genius. How's it the same?
but he is a Yoruk at the same time. So he's one of my people. We're from the mountains. So
I love it.
we wouldn't know. Anyway, so let's say this as the number 3.
Yeah.
Try to find a company that's Turkish if you're buying to, gonna buy property from Turkey.
Well,
because-
if not Turkish, I mean, I know, like, I could just a few came to my mind. I don't want to mention names,
Right.
but there are some international,
of course,
reputable
it could
companies
be
as well. So
international,
you can deal with them as well.
Right, right.
So let's not just say Turkish, but reputable, somebody that you can reach, a company that you can reach when you have problems, when you have
Right.
issues.
Right, right. Another mistake that a lot of people make is they evaluate Turkey with their own sets of values. Especially Western people do that a lot.
A lot.
And just because there's a certain system in their countries, there's a certain real estate
Law?
rules, regulations, rules, or the way they go about doing things. There are certain sets of rules in those types of countries, and there are certain indicators in those countries as to one citizen would understand whether the real estate market, the prices are going up, prices are going down. Is it a good time to get in? Is that not a good time to get in? But when you take that mindset and apply it to Turkey, it doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of people think that the dollar was, how much was the dollar? 8,
When?
3-4 months ago.
Before it kicked off, it was about 8.5.
And boom, within
Boom.
about a month or so, it went up to 18. Boom, it came back to
13.5.
and a half and everything. Now it's stabilizing.
Yeah.
Now, when you see this, and even it's on the way up, you would think that, it's a great opportunity for me to get properties for cheaper because the Turkish lira is, it's going down, isn't it? And I can get more properties for my dollars.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So
mate.
a lot of people don't mix. How is it that the Turkish lira goes down in value, it devalues, and the price of everything is going up? Set your own mindset aside when you're coming to Turkey and try and understand Turkey from the eyes of a Turkish person. Whether you're going to live here, whether you're going to invest, you need to understand the country and you need to understand the real estate dynamics. So don't fall into assumptions. Come and talk to us. Come and talk to me. Do your own study and do your homework, right?
Well, I mean, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Google Translate.
Right.
Now, it's like trying to talk Turkish with Google Translate. It never makes sense. Google have got it very wrong.
Right.
So it's similar to that. It's like thinking Turkish and trying to speak
That's a
English.
good analogy.
Yeah, it's like thinking Turkish and trying to speak English. It doesn't work. Hence the reason why I keep repeating myself. Look, do your homework. Talk to us. Don't buy from us. You don't have to buy from us.
No.
Buy from somewhere else. But do your homework. Because every part of Turkey, there's no set law for each part, each region.
Right.
It's not like, well, I mean, it's different. The dynamics are different in Istanbul, different down south. You know, like Fethiye, Bodrum. Even Fethiye and Bodrum are different.
Of course.
Even the regions of Istanbul are different. Go there, Sanyurt is completely different here. Do you know what I mean? So, it's not like you can't think from your country and come out here and expect it to be the same. It's not.
For example, under declaration of properties, you may think that it's an illegal thing to do, but it's not illegal at all. And one good example of that, say I purchased this property 2 years ago when the dollar was, I don't know, 6 for 1 million Turkish lira. Back then,
this is very important,
It's
guys.
it's
this
worth,
is very important.
And actually, we should, talk about this. It's another video.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should. This is very important because people misunderstand.
Right. But let's say that I purchased this property for 1 million Turkish liras when $1 equal to 6 Turkish liras, right? Let's say that value is,
I know what,
$180,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Let's say $150,000. I paid $150,000 for this property. The Turkish lira value was 1 million Turkish liras back then. Today, when I'm selling this property, I'm selling it for $250,000. And there's a lot of people in the market who's willing to buy this property off of me from $250,000. And today, $250,000 equals to 3.5 million Turkish liras.
Whatever, yeah.
So in the eyes of the government, I made
2 million lira, 2.5 million lira.
2.5 million. I 3x my investment, which indeed is not the reality.
No.
So am I going to pay capital appreciation tax over 2.5 million Turkish liras? If I pay that, where's my increase?
Where's the sense?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
All the appreciation that I'm making is going to go on taxes. Now the government understands that, of course, because for them to, if Turkish currency is being devalued, and if there's if government is for the devaluation of the currency, to stimulate the economy, to boost up the exports and everything, they know certain shortcomings. They know from certain things they're not going to be able to tax people, and this is just one of them. But if you have a Western mentality, and if you think that, oh, okay, this property is undeclared, what am I supposed to do?
Illegal, it's dodgy.
It's not,
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway,
have an open mind.
Yeah,
okay?
have an open mind.
Anyway, let's go to the
Next one.
Don't treat your consultant as a real estate agent. Now, very quickly, what do I mean by that? We have consultants here, and when you look at our business model, we spend hours and hours with our clients over the phone, trying understanding their own specific needs to come up with a solution that fixes their problems.
Exactly.
And when they come here, we try our best to take them to certain areas that will fit within their perspective,
criteria,
exactly, and get certain properties that are so there's a lot of work that's being made here, and in order for that to happen, we need to create a rapport. We need to build a rapport. Now, some clients see our consultant as real estate agents.
Yeah.
Pop.
And treat them as real estate agents. It's like, send me options. Options from where? How much money do you want to spend? What's a comfortable budget? I mean, I hate asking this question, but I need to know what a comfortable budget is, so I can work around it.
Right.
What are you thinking? What's going through your mind? I mean, do you want it as an investment? Are you going to live in it? What is it? So we can redirect you. We can help you. Like our biggest fallback, or not fallback. Allow me to rephrase. Our biggest issue with clients is communication.
Yeah.
We need to know. We need to talk to you. I mean, if we can't talk to you, we can't help you.
Yeah.
So please do not treat at least us as estate agents. We're not estate agents.
Right.
We're advisors, property advisors. In fact, we're selling your lifestyle. You're changing your whole lifestyle. You know. So we're responsible for all that. And if we can't talk to you, if we can't get answers from you, if we don't know what you want, if we don't know what your mindset is, then we can't help you. It's as simple as that. We can't help you, And
I mean, what happened to Hazal the other day? I mean,
a
client comes over, send me options.
She went off. She went crazy, and then the guy hangs up on her. And she's like, "Well, how am I going to help this guy?" I said, "You're not going to be able to."
Right.
You're not going to be able to.
A lot of people think that, I got offers from this agency, that agency, this agency, that agency. I got all the offers of
exactly.
And then try to
look. Most of those offers are lies.
Yes.
Not all, but most.
Yes.
And okay, allow me to say something pretty brutal.
Right.
Okay? We don't care where you buy from.
Right.
As long as you're happy, as long as you make the right decision.
Right.
We honestly don't care. As long as you're happy and you've made the right decision. It's as simple as that.
Right.
Because we're selling all of Turkey. We're property Turkey.
Right.
So wherever you buy from, this company still makes the same money.
Of course.
Please understand this. We just want you to be happy.
And the more people buy from Turkey. Okay, and the more they have good experience, the more we're gonna make
Yeah,
money because
exactly.
it gives a good reputation. But
Indeed.
when you come and have a bad experience, whomever so I mean, we're not after the money. What we are after is we don't want to get a bad rap as a country. Because
Absolutely
we're the
not.
biggest agency in the country, right? So for us, what would work in our advantage is that the industry and the country is well represented.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, probably your cousin who's been thinking about coming to Turkey is not gonna come.
No, absolutely
And
not.
his cousin is not gonna come, and his possible friends who could have come is not gonna come. So there's 4 or 5 sales that's lost there just
Well, I
because of
mean,
your bad experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just to add, I just want to say, if satisfied, tell your friends. If not, tell us. Let us know. Let us
Yeah.
try and help you.
Yeah. Look,
Okay,
another
the next
one.
one. Oh.
Let's talk about the next one. A lot of people don't make this mistake. This is more properties. More is more. No, less is more.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Another
So
one.
a lot
Another
of
good
people
one.
think that say I have a budget. My budget is a citizenship by investment budget, and I have $250,000. All right. So if I go to places like Esenyurt, Beylikdüzü, whatever, and I see some options for $50,000, I think,
And you-
okay, I
and you
can
buy
buy
five.
five. In some cases, I can buy six if I spend a little bit more. And then I can become a citizen. I have so many properties and everything. That doesn't work. That doesn't mean just because you acquire more properties doesn't mean that it's a good investment. I know properties there who used to sell for $50,000, $60,000, now selling it for 45. Why? Because you cannot even produce a flat for $50,000 with good construction materials, with decent construction materials. When you buy into an asset that's worth $50,000, $40,000, whatever, it's a depreciating asset. And you're thinking that, oh, okay, it is going to be an investment. If it has to be, in order for it to be an investment, there has to be an appreciation.
And
And
there's got-
appreciation will only happen with assets that can hold their value, not depreciate. If the paint is falling, if nobody's taking care of the overall project, and if the area is a high crime area, you wouldn't know these things. People would tell you
you're
all
not
sorts of
told.
stories.
Because you're not told. No.
Yeah,
No, fair enough. That you covered that brilliantly, man. I got nothing to
Right.
add.
Right.
Next one.
Nothing to add.
Well, it's
Okay.
brilliant.
Right.
What else can I add to that? That's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes, don't buy 5 properties, buy
No,
2.
exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
buy 2.
We're still making the same money. We have no problem going to SN.
Once again, we don't care as long as
Right.
we're happy.
Right. I mean, anybody and ever look. Esenyurt and Beylikdüzü are the easiest areas for a real estate agent to. If you want to open up your own agency tomorrow, just open up a pop-up shop in Esenyurt.
No, I don't.
You
No,
will
I don't.
sell.
No,
okay?
I don't. I don't want to.
It's very easy.
I don't
for-
care. I don't want to. I love
you
this.
know,
I love this
I'm-
company.
Okay, I'm not saying you.
I don't want
but-
to.
But
Cameron, I love you. I'm not gonna.
yeah. What I'm saying is,
I'm a cruel.
it's very easy to sell someone. Oh, for prop. We can say as property. We don't care. Where'd you? I mean, so long as you want to buy 5 properties. Let's
Yeah,
let's sell
we'll sell
let's
it
sell
to
it.
you,
Yeah.
yeah.
But when we do that, 3 months later, or 3 years later, or 2 years later, you're gonna come to us and you're gonna say, guys, you're talking all that crap on a straight talk, and you're saying we're here to make sure that you guys have a good investment and all of that. I bought my properties for $250. Now it's worth $230. After all these.
Yeah, but you asked for it.
Yeah, you asked for it.
You asked for it. So
Yeah.
Um,
Even if you ask for it, we don't do that. Yeah.
Well,
We're
but-
going to tell you, come here, buy 2.
Go-
Go to that part of Istanbul, buy 3. But, make sure you study the thing,
exactly.
as catchy as it is.
Indeed, it is.
The last one, Nezir, which I'm going to need your expertise because you've been talking to clients for the past, God knows how many
10,
years.
I don't know, 10. Our clients, I've been talking to clients for 31 years. I've been selling
Okay,
since I was a kid.
Let's not give away your age. We're not giving away
Well,
your
I've
age.
already done it. I don't have an issue with
Right.
my age, man. I love my age. I'm
Right.
51 years old, and hey, every age has its own beauty, if you like.
Right,
I'm-
right. It does.
I'm proud of myself.
Our 7th and last mistake that people make is they mix up.
Mix up.
They mix things up.
Yeah.
Don't mix things up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to explain very briefly, and I'm going to have
Please.
your input on it. I want to buy myself a property for a lifestyle. I want to make sure that it has 2, 3
I'm
bedrooms,
sorry, yeah.
nice space, maybe possibly a sea view, located in a great compound and everything. Not too far from the city, but not in it either. I want it to be a great investment. Okay. If I'm not there, I'll be there for 2 months. The other 10 months, I want to rent it out and make sure I'm getting good rents. and I want to do it all in $250,000. How about that? Well, guess what? A lot of people will tell you, sure, Mr. Clients, of course you can. This is exactly the property that you're looking for because this is what is going to make you happy. And you're just looking for a confirmation. You're just looking for a local-ish guy to tell you, yes, this is right. You can do that. It's more than achievable. And this property is going to make you do that. Once you have that assurance, you believe that, oh, okay, I can actually do that. Guess what? When you mix up these things, it most often, I'm not saying like it's impossible to do it. Of course, there are certain possibilities, but most often than not, when you mix up, oh, I want a good investment. I want to live here 2 months, but the rest I want to rent it out. It has to be good for my family, my children, everything, close to foreign schools and everything, but not too expensive. Not this, not that. What do you think?
You can't have it all.
Right.
You cannot have it all. Once again, this goes back up to communication, goes back up to talking to your advisors, listening to your advisors, understanding what they're saying, understanding what's possible and what's not possible.
Yes.
If you want to rent it out on a monthly basis, then you probably have to do Airbnb, and you're not going to live with your family there, for example.
Right.
Or if you want to buy it in a touristic like a sunny region like Fethiye or Bodrum or whatever, and you want to use it yourself for a month and then rent it out the other months. That's a possibility, for example, because weekly rentals a possibility down there. Yeah. But once again, you need to do your homework. You need to listen to people. And you're going to have to
get somebody to manage that property because there's a wear and tear.
Well, I mean, that's got to be done everywhere anyway. Right. I mean, even if it's in Istanbul, right. Obviously, when the clients, when the people that are renting your apartment move out, then you need somebody to go and clean it, get it ready for the next one. So that's got to be done everywhere. Let's be honest with each other.
No. It can be done everywhere.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's a false economy.
Oh, indeed,
it's a false economy. If you think that you're going to make more gains in doing that with one single property, and then you're paying, management fee or somebody to take care of the things, and then there's wear and tear and everything. That's false economy.
Well, indeed it is, but it is a possibility that can be done.
No, I'm not saying it isn't.
I mean, especially once again down south, it's done quite a bit, and we have a lot of clients who do it down there. But do your homework, do your preparation. Once again, do you want to invest? Do you want a lifestyle? Are you going to live in it? Are you going to rent it out? What are you going to do with it? What's the purpose? Is it just for citizenship?
A lot of people want to rent it out for 10 months, for 9 months. There's no such tendency in Turkey. Who's going to rent your property for 10 months?
Well, it's not going to be long-term rental anyway. So it's probably just going to be short-term, maybe Airbnb type and so on. But do your homework, man.
The idea here is, I mean, what's the driving force? Is the driving force the citizenship by investment? Then take that as the number one thing, and then follow up with that. But make sure that the citizenship by investment program is the reason you're coming to Turkey. Is the most important thing for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely,
if it is, I don't care about citizenship and all of that. I want a beautiful property that I like, and I have the budget for it. Okay, then don't try to. What's the I want to extract the highest rental return on it. I want to make sure that it fits into the CBI program. I want to make sure that it can be done with this and done with that and everything. Well, guess what? It may not really happen, or all of it at the same time may not even happen. And if some people are saying, I'm here to invest. I'm not going to live in Turkey. I'm here to invest. If you're going to invest, if you're not going to live in Turkey, why do you care about the property? Why do you care about if you would want to live in that property? The most important thing is if the Turkish person who's going to rent that property out from you, if that guy wants to live in it or not.
Yeah. Whether it's possible to rent
An example, we're looking for investment properties with a client and the wife. We go down there. We brought out some amazing properties with amazing rental return and everything. The wife comes in there. I don't like the positioning of the kitchen. Guess what? I don't like it either.
What do you care? You're not going to live there.
Why do you care?
Yeah.
Why do you care if it's an L kitchen or if it's a kitchen with an I or if it's just a kitchen? I mean, you're not going to live in it.
No.
People who are going to live in it, they know. They know how much, because we studied the area, we studied the project, we studied the properties. We know how much rental return is going to come from here. When can it be rented out? What's going to be the capital appreciation? What's going to be the future projection of the area and everything? What could be the return? So you do all of these things, and the wife comes along and says, the kitchen, they could have positioned it this way. There's this, Oh my God. You know. But anyway,
No.
it's just one of them things. Isn't it?
Absolutely. So are we done with all that?
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, I've got something to add. Look, guys, I'm the guy that does a lot of 99% of the hiring here.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when we hire somebody, first thing we do is we make them watch all the Straight Talk videos. Okay. There's about 70 videos.
70 something.
How many we got? 70. Yeah, about 70 or so. We make them watch every single one before they start talking to clients. So what I'm saying here is Straight Talk is not just a program that's showing Alaattin off or showing Cameron off or showing Nez or, promoting Property Turkey. No, it's a course. It's like a university course. Normally you'd pay for all this to learn all this.
Right.
So watch them all, watch them closely and learn, guys. Seriously, it's all here.
Yeah.
We're not saying we're perfect or we're not saying,
Right.
we know it all, but
Right.
at least, mate, once again, I make them watch it. And if they don't watch it, then I won't hire them. I won't keep them on. Seriously.
Right.
You think I'm kidding? I'm serious.
No, I know.
Because I watch it. I go back and watch it and think, oh, this is what it's like, and so on.
Right.
So,
I'm
watch them
flattered.
all and learn from them. It's a fact. You guys are doing a superb job.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
Seriously.
A lot. I mean, that's
Watch them.
that's why we're here for. I mean, you know my background.
Of course I do.
I come from real
Of course
estate,
I do.
but
You don't need this
also,
to show off.
Yeah, but
You don't. Cameron doesn't need this to show off. It's
Yeah.
But it's a lesson. It's a course. It's like
Yeah.
a university lecture. Every
Right.
single one of them.
yeah. So thank you, man. It felt nice.
You're
felt
welcome,
nice.
mate. I'm
Yeah.
glad I made you happy.
Right.
But it's a fact. I wasn't bragging or showing off.
Thank you.
It's a fact.
Thanks a
Seriously.
lot. Now let's go back to the ugly camera where it shows.
Is that the one?
I'm not wearing socks. I am wearing socks, guys. My
I'm
socks
wearing
are.
socks.
Yeah, but my socks are just
Lack of. He couldn't afford
Yeah.
the full size, so he
Yeah,
just bought a bit.
I'm
That's all
not
it is.
buying the full size,
Cheapskate.
Anyway,
Oh,
thank you very
man.
much for watching, guys. I mean, me and Nez, we try to talk about some certain mistakes that I don't like this angle. I'm gonna talk to this one. we talked about some possible mistakes that some clients would make. Please don't make these mistakes, and call us with this WhatsApp number, text us, leave your comments if you have any questions, recommendations, suggestions, so that we should talk about it over here. We'd be more than happy. Again, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.
Always a pleasure.